Keep it cooking in the oven. The oven. The oven. Yep. The oven. The oven. The oven. The oven. Yep. The oven. The oven smells good. The oven.
The oven.
Yep.
You saying Deer Park is better than Poland Spring is like saying
That's low tier.
saying Keystone is better than Coors Light.
It's like
It's the same
Glacier.
company.
What's
Yeah, but that's like Pepsi and Coca-Cola, same company, but you like one
those
better
are
than the other.
Deer Park is two to three tiers under Poland Spring. I'd
Exactly.
say. Yeah.
So
If
Deer
you have
Park,
no taste buds, then
Keystone Light, like we used to talk about all the time. Keystone always has a little dent in one of the cans, somewhere in the can, because any can in the Coors Light mix that comes out perfect is now a Coors Light can. But if there's a little dent and a little malfunction in it, it's a Keystone Light can.
that's very interesting.
So that's your Deer Park. Your Deer Park has something wrong with it. Each water bottle, so definitely, maybe a little like dent in the cap or something. We'll check it out.
Could be.
Franco's mom wishes she had a Deer Park. She would have gave him up when he was fucking born.
She still would.
Imagine I just pull a Voss water right up top and
Fiji all the way.
$4.99.
But the oven's preheated.
Sure is.
I'm Mario. Over there on the other side is my Croatian co-host, Franco, a.k.a. Papa
Balkan?
Fazul,
Is he from Balkan or
Papa.
Constantinople. And in the center,
live from Mario's grandma's house? Steve Zappalla, what's up?
Yes, sir.
Steve Zappalla. You see his face all over,
Trying.
selling real estate.
Trying to.
Statistical
Say
probabilities. That was tough.
That's it.
Statistical probabilities. He wrote it. One of the best short films. I think probably the best short film I've ever seen. I'm not even kidding.
Have
Me
you
and Frank-
actually seen short films? How many short films have you seen in your lifetime? Besides the little snippets before
does
you go on
porn- does porn
Pornhub.com.
No, if you count those, Mario's seen a ton.
I've seen a million.
You actually might
in
you
those 12 seconds. That's it. He doesn't need to click it.
might have to bring him on the production team because he knows what he's doing.
That's
Have you
amazing.
seen any? Have you actually watched any like legitimate other short films?
Honestly, maybe not since high school when I don't know when
Neither have I.
when the
I mean,
teacher
I
rolled in the cart with the TV on the top. That's
Yeah.
it.
I wouldn't even know where to watch a short film. I mean, we had to sign into Vimeo for yours.
Over there, yeah.
So
There's not that many unless you're actually in the film world and you're
Mm-hmm.
looking to go to festivals or you're looking to actually watch them. There's particular websites that are out there that are geared towards specifically short films, but if you're not into that, you're not really searching out short films on that
Okay.
end of things.
So speaking of the festivals, man, you are all over the map, huh?
And having it's been wild. We finished up in June, July shooting. It was a 3-day shootout in Levittown and Babylon. We shot. We wound up doing our little premiere in November last year. And then we started actually really setting that to the film festival world probably January. And since then, we've got into about probably 14, 15 or so.
That's
all
fucking
over the
awesome,
map and throughout the U.S. and actually the like international being
Yeah, we saw
too.
cons,
And,
right?
listen, it's not Cannes, so it's like the world. I don't even know the name. It's like the World of Film Festival above the world at Cannes. So it's just like this little small subsidiary
Hey, you
of it
get-
that's using the Cannes name.
You're getting your foot
But
in the
you know,
cons
people
door.
think how many people have messaged me like, dude, you got into Cannes, and like depending on who it is, I'm like, yeah, man, I got into Cannes, and I'm like, no, it's not.
Like,
actually
not
Cannes.
yet, motherfucker. No, it's so awesome. You filmed in Levittown, filmed in Babylon. You know, the opening scene, you got some of your boys in it. You know, like
Yes.
Nicky Pete. Nicky
Yeah,
P's
you
in
saw
there
him
right,
leading
right
up there?
away. Come
He's
on.
now a pops, by the way. He's a proud father. of a
Hey,
little girl.
congratulations,
Congrats.
my man.
Love you,
Nicky P. And, I mean, dude, the opening song. What is it? Love Gonna Keep Me Off the
Yeah,
Ground?
look at you. You did your homework.
I
over
was.
there.
I had to download it. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" I'm like, "This got me going already."
Oh my God! So basically, my uncle, he is friends with that gentleman who sang that song, Avery.
God bless.
Avery Jacob, and the man is awesome. He's got a great little catalog on Spotify, and I first heard that track, and just like you snap into it, you move into
Yep.
it, and I kind of wanted like a cool opening scene. I love openers into different films,
Mm-hmm.
so had him kind of walking down the streets of Babylon, and it just fit perfectly. It's a rom-com as well, so
Exactly.
kind of that whole vibe fit it, and everybody's been saying the music has been. They've loved that side of it, so it was fun. Avery J, he's a stud out there. Shout out
Stud.
to Avery.
I've been blasting that in my car, man.
I dig it. I love to hear that. I love it.
So, what was the biggest challenge of shooting a short film and getting it done within 3 days?
There's a lot of production. So my uncle, he's been in film for the last 30 years. So he is a stuntman by trade. He has produced, he's written, he's acted in films, he's directed some films. So basically, I've always been writing all my life. And so I kind of put this together about probably a year and a half ago, sent him over the script. He's like, let's try to do this. And so I kind of put him at the helm, and he kind of spearheaded everything in terms of the whole production value, who we need to hire, how we need to handle this, what are the next steps accordingly. The biggest hurdle I'd say was probably casting. Just trying to get the right fits for everybody. We put this on a website called backstage.com, not backpage.com. That's
Backstage.
a little throwback to
Oh
there.
my God, backstage.
And,
Those guys know what they do.
Yes. So we basically put it up in there. You put like the name of the film. You'll put like, all right, seeking male, 25 to 40 years old for the main character. Luca is the main character, Italian male, 5'5" to 5'10" or so. And then you'll have basically 200 to 300 submissions of all actors who are by trade, who are living in either New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, and they'd submit their little self-tape. So you'd basically give them, 2 pages of dialogue from the script, and they'd shoot it from there. And just actually like weeding through all these submissions and going through is probably the toughest part, because you might have somebody read something, and then all of a sudden you see somebody else spin it in a different way, and you're like, wow, maybe this character should move to this direction. It's that whole vibe is difficult. And then we actually got to go into the city. We rented space out at Ripley Greer Studios, which is like this like studio spot out there, and we had people come in, and basically me, the director, and we just like watch these people just shoot dialogue from lines that I've written, and that was just like surreal seeing that. So I feel like casting was definitely difficult, because you can have a different movie from a different actor, and it can be a completely different movie, basically.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
That was, I would say, the case.
So a quick little mic switch there.
Then we did.
No big deal.
Yeah.
By the way, I strategically wore this shirt, and I feel like now people thinking I actually wear Nirvana shirts. Did you catch this?
Yeah, that's the who's
It's
that?
not Nirvana.
No,
I just wanted to make sure people
that's
realize
Hanson?
that this is not Nirvana. It is Hanson.
Hanson, right?
But I feel like they can't
Ba-
see the joke, so people just think I
ba-
wear Nirvana shirts, and so I just want to let you know it's not Nirvana. It's
Next time you
Hanson
come on,
up
we'll
here.
get the booster.
We'll
seat
get a
for
little
you.
booster up here too. That's it. I feel like people don't wear graphic tees anymore. Do you see a lot of like funny graphic tees? Well, I mean, you guys,
Well, now
yes,
we do,
yes,
'cause
but
we're
like
on
into-
camera.
yes,
In
yes.
everyday
But
life?
if you're on camera, you don't see too many of like you used to go to the mall and go to Tease Me, and they just be 500 different shirts.
Oh,
in
yeah.
there. And now I feel like you don't see it. It's just like black.
I'm a big.
colors.
We grew up in the graphic tee era.
Yeah, that was it. You could like the FBI, the female body,
Yeah.
all those like ridiculous cheesy shirts.
We were talking about Stephen Barry's the other day. We were calling it fucking RJ Barry's. We were calling it everything but Stephen Barry's.
The Starberries, man. Who
Bro.
didn't have a pair of Starberries?
If you didn't, you were a loser.
What mall? That was in.
That was
not
in
Broadway, was it?
yeah,
Or was it Broadway?
No, it was
It was Broadway Mall.
Or Sunrise.
yeah, Broadway Mall.
It was Broadway
Broadway
Mall.
Mall.
Hicksville.
Broadway
Yeah, you're
Mall.
right.
Hicksville Mall.
I was more into the
Starberries.
G Unit sneakers than the
He
Starberries.
would be a G.
Yeah,
cat.
he is.
Oh my god.
I mean,
They
why
had
were
the jackets, man. They had the jackets of every. They had every college locked down. I remember I had.
And you
I
felt
had
like the man because it was leather.
Yeah.
You were like 13
and it
years
was
old with a leather
$12
jacket.
a night. Everything ended with an 8. I remember it was like $12.98, 13. It was everything was like under $15, and the place rocked, man. I mean, that's why I went out of business, because everything was
We robbed
$12,
that
basically.
You told us you were coming up with some would you rather's.
I got one.
Did you come
So,
ready?
I did come. If you could be any iconic but obscure movie character from a classic movie, what would it be? And I'll give you like an analogy, like the little Nero's pizza delivery guy from Home Alone, the limo driver in Die Hard, the doctor who says "funky butt loving" in Rookie of the
Yeah.
Year. Like that's like a classic scene, but like obscure in the movie. That if you're not like,
I would be the caddy from. Why am I drawing a blank? I would be the caddy from Happy Gilmore, with the blonde hair.
I love that answer.
that's a good one.
That's a really
For
good
sure.
answer.
That's a good one.
I would be the doctor from 50 First Dates. At the end, what's his name? Is it?
It's one of Adam Sandler's buddies, I imagine.
Yeah, it's.
It's
the guy from Ghostbusters. Was Dan Aykroyd? Is that him?
Oh,
Yeah,
is
yeah,
it?
yeah.
I've only
Is
seen
it
that
not-
once or
is it-
twice.
Is it Dan Aykroyd? Do we know that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
He must not be that iconic, huh?
No, no.
Dan
it's-
Aykroyd is classic.
No, no.
I've only seen that movie like once or twice.
I don't. There are a few funny parts that I know that I love in that one. It is Dan Aykroyd. We just
It
got
is.
word from Phyllis.
Good job, Phil.
Confirmed.
And there was I forget. There's a few lines in there that I find funny. I'm sorry. You know,
classic.
you put me on the spot, but
No, it's a good one. I really like that one.
Put like the Shermanator from American Pie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
be like Steven Glansberg from
He's sitting
from
by
Superbad.
himself in Superbad. Yep. I feel like I use that line often. I
Yeah,
love that
with Steven Glansberg.
I'm sitting by yourself.
People don't forget.
Yeah. Did you ever see Groundhog's Day?
Yeah.
You know Ned Ryerson.
Of course, Ned Ryerson.
Like imagine like that's just your one role in life.
Ned
You're the
Ryerson.
Ned Ryerson guy, and like you are wherever you are, you get to use that line.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
Easiest opener.
I have a couple of would you rather. Would you rather fart in every room you walk into, or poop in every bathroom you walk into? And the fart is like a real fart.
Poop in every bathroom. So
I mean, realistically, how many times do you walk into the bathroom and not poop?
well, now I'm thinking I'm in real estate full time. I'm showing houses, and I'm just taking
No, but you're walking into every room.
I
You're
can't.
taking
I got to be like, this is the bathroom, and walk in, and then like I can't.
you're taking at minimum. You're showing a house. You're taking at minimum. You're
Well, I guess
farting
you're-
at minimum
you're
13
not gonna
times.
go into the bathroom unless you need to go to the bathroom. But that means if I'm peeing 7-8 times a day, that means I'm pooping 7-8 times a day.
Sure are.
Right. So are these little poops? Or are these are just like a little? Are you making your normal everyday poop? Or is
I'm
it
saying just a
you
no-
have to take a little bit coming out, a little excrement,
Like your average poop.
like a standard turd.
a standard turd coming out every single time. So that's probably
like a-
10-pound turds a day.
Like a good. Oh,
Yeah.
well, I mean, for me,
I gained my weight now. I was telling you, man, I got my extra 10 pounds.
Yeah, no, I am without a doubt. I'm pooping in every bathroom.
Me too.
Because, like, think about it. If I'm already in the bathroom, there's a toilet in there. It's safe to poop. But
Is it a loud fart? Does the fart, you know?
I mean, listen, you're not gonna like blow the glass off the
smell.
windows, but yeah, no, not even smell. Like just some people might hear it when you walk in the door.
is it gonna smell or are you gonna hear it?
Okay, both of them. It's gonna smell and you're gonna hear it.
That's a
Poop,
lot.
without a doubt.
It's a lot.
Like if I'm
It
showing,
could be a fun. The people know this. It could just be, I just fart in every room. that
You
I
could
walk
make it a-
into.
you could make it a
it's just-
joke.
That is your thing. You are Mario, the flatulence guy.
Exactly.
Like that is
Some girl
that is
takes you home and you're farting as soon as she brings you in her room.
in every single room. She's giving you a tour of the
Yeah.
house and just tooting.
or
and
like
grooving
if I'm you, like if I'm showing the house, I would just simply like, hey, go check out the bathroom.
I wouldn't
Like,
go into
it's-
the bathroom there.
No,
But
yeah.
you gotta think about it. How many times a day are you peeing? Okay, so you are now boozing. You just came back from Fort Lauderdale and you were boozing all day long.
I'll piss
How
outside.
many times did you pee?
I'll piss
you're
outside.
On a boat. You're now on a boat and you're peeing outside of the boat. You're now. Well, I guess that's not a bathroom.
Scenic pisses. You can piss wherever you want.
You're right. Then I wouldn't just. Anytime I would need to pee, I wouldn't go into a bathroom. I would pee in.
See? Now we're
Yeah.
we're talking.
I wouldn't pee in the bathrooms, and I would just pee outside. I love peeing outside. Anyway.
Oh my God, there's nothing better.
I would want to have a urinal. Like if you were going to turn this into like it's a man cave already, I would have a little urinal in the corner, and like I would just want to have. That's it in my house.
Fresh cakes all day.
Anytime I need
That's
to
a really
pee.
good idea. Think about it. Like, how many times we're chilling, you're like, oh, I gotta go inside and take a piss.
Imagine
Or
there's
you
a
piss
urinal
outside.
right there.
but, like,
No,
it
no, a
should be like-
trough.
Yeah,
You need
trough.
a big
Yeah, a
trough.
big fucking
Yeah.
trough.
Just dump ice in it.
That would be great. Yes. Yes.
That would smell so bad in the summer too.
Oh yeah. Ugh.
You get the urinal cakes in there, you know?
Yeah, fresh cakes.
Yeah. That's it.
What else you got?
Would you rather?
These are better than mine, by the way. Let me tell you.
Would you rather have eyes that can film everything? Let me start that over.
Ooh.
Would you rather have eyes that can film everything, or ears that can record everything? And when it's seeing it like your eyeballs. Like I always say, man, I wish my camera could like take the video like my eyeballs see it. But like you just blink and bang, you're recording.
Got it. But no audio then.
Yeah, I guess no audio.
So I was thinking this the other day, and that like think about how many just the ridiculous events that we've had in our childhood. Just sleepovers in like 7th grade where just like all your buddies over there and just like absurdities are happening.
Yeah.
To have video footage of that. So to have it, but I think without sound, it's nice to see that, but you need the sound. That's like where all the laughter is. But then the audio, to me, honestly, in the business sense, I think the audio would be nice
sure.
to have that, to be able to just, and nobody knows, and just recording and
Bang.
Yeah, from that
on the
perspective.
business side
yeah.
of things.
And you could be more. I guess you can be more sneaky about it too, because if you're looking at someone, odds are they probably see you looking at them, but you could be listening to someone and they have no idea.
Yep.
But then,
See, like I would be in sunglasses like year round. Like, you never know I'm looking at you.
well, that's what, like, listen, like the new AI stuff, like the Meta AI sunglasses,
Yeah,
like, all
dude.
those things you're going to be recording. Like,
Yep.
wherever you are now, AI scares the hell out of me. But, like, you're going to be having these glasses and you're going to be able to be recording moments. Like, you're on the boat in Fort Lauderdale and you're catching everything on it.
Cheeks, everything.
Yeah, we were doing that in Iceland.
Scary.
A buddy of mine had it. The AI is freaky, and they really anyone who has developed AI anyone who's working on it.
It's like the Elon Musk Rogan interview about AI. Did you ever see that?
Yeah, dude.
They all say it's like having a child. You know, if a bad parent gets a hold of AI, it's gonna be a problem. If a good parent gets a hold of AI, hopefully it's all right.
We're moving way too fast as a society. We need to just kick back, drink a couple natties, and just take some rips.
Look at this
Take
guy.
some rips.
He brought the 30 rack
We're in
and
a
Natty
backyard
over
in
here.
Wanta over here. We got it. It's
We're
the
in
only way
a
to go.
backyard in Wanto. He
That's it.
says the only problem is there's no Cameron playing in the background.
I kill a can.
I'll have one of these with you. Why not?
Harlem's greatest
So
right there.
I was thinking about this. This kid has Natty Light.
Which do you like the new?
I actually haven't seen the new cans.
You haven't seen the new cans?
No, I haven't seen the new cans.
I actually legitimately still drink Natty Light. No joke. Whenever I get married, if there's any single Italian girls out there, I want to have my cheers, Centani. I want to have my signature drink at the wedding will be a cold can of Natty Light, and that'll be it. I'm
so
gonna
with
have
that.
it over there, and that will be. But I want the old school can. Like
Yeah,
this is the old school can from like the 70s, but like the can that we drank.
Of course.
The silver one with the light blue.
The silver blue.
Yeah.
I mean,
what kind of
dude.
wedding you want?
I do want a bigger wedding.
Bigger wedding.
I love just that having everybody. I know a lot of people, so to have everybody that I know in the world just like there, I feel like it'll just be an event you'd remember for forever, and just like that experience. So I do want something big. Gonna find,
I only
a
want
big family too.
I only want 3 things. That's all I need. An open bowl of fruit gushers, just nice fruit gushers.
On every table, on the mantle for every
Bro,
table.
just one big one, like little shot glass. You can come up and take it whenever you want.
Okay.
Another bowl right next to it of open mixed berry fruit snacks, the Welch's.
So you're just all in the fruit snacks.
Oh, bro, and then a hanging bacon station. Whoever I marry, you can take the rest.
Hanging bacon.
It's so
station.
simple.
You've seen some of these cocktail hours that have like a whole bacon bar.
It's
and
unreal.
It's always the big hit. Everybody
It's
loves the bacon bar.
that, and I mean, I used to hate oysters, but after Joey's wedding, that was a hit.
I had three full plates of oysters.
Dude, it was bad. Like,
Did you go out to what's the in Patchogue? What's the big brewery out there?
Blue Point?
Blue Point.
Yeah.
Point. They have a whole oyster shucking station out there.
Yeah.
Freaking
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
First of all, that place rocks. Like, the place is massive. They got live music usually every single weekend, and they have the whole oyster station. It's awesome.
I've never shucked an oyster before.
I've
Me
never
neither.
shucked an oyster. It's weird.
That's on the bucket list.
that is on the bucket
It's a
list.
lot. Yeah, yeah.
Shucking it.
Put a little
for me,
hot
man,
sauce in there.
I don't know, bro. Like for me, like if I gotta crack my food open, just keep it. Like or crack it open for
just
me.
do it for you, yeah.
Like the lobster or like the crab. Like come on. I've been like and
You get greasy hands.
Joey,
you get
like-
oil all over you.
Yeah,
It's just
like
the butter sauce. And
The worst is when you like your friends know how to do it and you don't, and like everyone's sitting there munching and like they won't help you, and then you don't
Do you
want
know
them to
how
help
to
you.
crack this? None of us are civilized humans that eat lobster. Like we don't eat lobster.
No.
Yeah,
I love it. but
it is a pain to crack it. But then you come at me when I say I don't like bone-in wings. I'd rather just take the chicken off the bone for me and let me eat it.
No, I like
it's the
bone-in.
same thing.
Bone-in
I don't
just-
know.
it just
No,
tastes
no,
better.
it's not.
It's not the
different.
same thing.
But
whatsoever.
it's not the
So I
same.
gotta do all
It's
that
chicken
work for
tender. It's a
little
chicken
thing of meat?
tender. If it's not a bone, it's a chicken tender.
I'm
in
eating
my-
the chicken.
You
off
just
the
compared a
bones.
lobster to a boneless chicken wing.
That's how I feel about it.
Mario eats Tyson chicken wings from the freezer. That's what he
Yeah,
does.
and
That's
sm-
his.
and smiley fries.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the Natty Lights though, man. I'm still. It actually doesn't taste that bad.
They're not
I-
bad.
I feel like I have to use my fake ID again.
Summer beer. Who was I talking to the other day?
hey,
They were
you
like,
remember-
you know how old you are by how much a 30 rack cost.
How
when
much-
you were
how
in
much that cost
college.
you?
No, when you were in college, like you can go like, oh, how
18,
much?
18 bucks.
$18. So it was $14.99 when we were in school. I'm a couple
Okay.
years older than you, and like there were times when it was sub $10. I remember like the grade, like the seniors in my grade, like they'd go away and a Keystone 30 rack was $9.99.
Yep.
And like to pick that up for that, it's just
insane to
wild.
think about.
And then Four Loko. Four Loko was
Four Loko,
that.
that
I
was
bro-
juices. I like the juices. JOOSE.
Yeah,
Remember
wow.
those?
I do now that you said it.
JOOSE,
but
yes.
I
Those
man.
were, dude. That was when you'd go away to college. You'd have 2 locos, and you'd be feeling.
And I'd be the color of whatever can they gave me.
They're still out there, but they're not
they're not-
as.
Yeah,
well,
they're
they take the
The cocaine out of them.
You
cocaine out
would
of them.
get so red. You would get so red from them. See, I would have
so bad.
3 and then punch a hole in my ex-girlfriend.
People would funnel them. Do you
Wall.
remember going to parties? People funneling 4 locos. I don't even know how that that coats your esophagus on that. Just ugh, God, fucking bugs me out.
Oh, yeah, no, that was.
When you passed me this can, the first thing I thought we were doing was shotgunning it because I feel like it's just.
I couldn't chug. I can't chug fast. Like funneling, I was always like the last place in the parties and everything, and just I tried, but just
We were talking on the bachelor party about like the parties back in the day. like how competitive beer pong was.
Oh, dude, we play freaking $100 games and we
Dude.
we didn't
You
even
guys
have
were
$100. We had
serious.
$300 in our savings
Yeah.
account and we were throwing $100. I remember going wallets on the table,
Yep.
playing, and
Fucking
then
playing pink slips.
it was who's your partner? You play. Owens
always-
was one of my partners. I used to
I-
play it all the time.
Yeah, I would always play with Andrew.
Andrew, yes.
Andrew's always good.
Dude, we had full on tournaments. Like you would go to a backyard party and there would be 4 tables. We'd have a full on, March Madness bracket of 16 teams, $20 a buy-in, and then afterwards it'd be nothing but cash games.
Yeah.
And then we'd be for 5 hours straight.
Done.
Just
All
guys.
night.
No, and then the girls would come later on and it was just that was
Then it spread to the bars. The bars were doing, and we were playing for bids to Atlantic City, for like the
Yes.
World Series of beer pong.
Yes.
We would win. Like I would win one. I think I might have won with Grant or something like that.
Really?
And both of us were underage, so like we couldn't even accept it at the bar.
Me and Holmes won one in Albany. Actually, we played at a bar, Washington Tavern, and we won one. And we went to, we actually played. I forgot whatever the casino was in AC. We got smoked.
Yeah, Mike Popularski won.
Oh, yeah, dude, he won everything. The man was like 6'7". He
Yeah, it's
literally
unfair.
touched the cups when he was fucking shooting them at the other side of the
Can't
table.
believe I even remember that fucking name, Mike
That's a
Popularski.
good- that was
How do you
spot on,
forget? How do you
too, yeah.
forget that
Oh,
name?
listen,
honestly?
dudes, I wonder what do you think he's doing in life right now? The man won probably like $100,000 playing professional.
More than
beer
that. I
pong.
think he won like 4 times. He won 50
Probably.
G's every time.
And
he
he'd
wins.
take down he was banned from bars.
Yeah,
like
good.
he would
Should
be
be.
like, no, if he was walking, he'd be like, no, you cannot.
They'd have him
be
play
in our-
lefty,
in
and
our
he'd
tournament.
still win. I'd be like, yo,
He
fuck this
was.
guy, bro.
I wonder what he's doing. I hope he's doing well.
Me too. Yeah, me too.
Do you think he parlayed that into anything? What do you think?
I sure hope he did.
I want to just dive into real estate a little bit.
Sure, man. Let's do it.
You're obviously super good at what you do.
Thank you.
You decided to leave elevator
It's illusion.
sales.
It's an illusion. That's what social media will do, man. I haven't done a deal in a year.
But you left elevator sales.
I did.
Right? And you jumped.
There's a lot of
into
ups and
real
downs in
estate.
that industry, man. A little piece of me dies every time I use that joke, but it gets a laugh. I gotta go. With it.
Sometimes it might be a pity laugh, but
We're on camera. I know that. But so like, tell us about you decide to make a jump like that. Take us through the thought process of deciding to ditch the corporate world, get into real estate sales, and tell us where you're at now. After that was
sure.
what, 3 years ago you made that
That
jump?
was January 4th, 2021 is when I quit my job. So I was in corporate sales since I graduated college. I went to Albany, started off with WB Mason. Who but? You see Mets and Yankees. I was slinging copy paper and toner. And then so basically I was with them for about 2 years. I was in pharmaceutical sales, legal drugs. Well, now this is all legal drugs
Sure is.
for a little
It's medicine.
bit. And then I was in new construction elevator sales for 7 years. And I enjoyed it. It was a great company. I did well for myself. And I saw Josh Handler, one of my best friends. He got into real estate a little beforehand. I saw the success that he was having. And I was just sick. I was 30 years old at the time. I was just sick of, working a 9 to 5, getting to the office and just, working for the man. And so I got my license. I was doing that part-time for about 6 months, doing both. And then one day, January 4th, 2021, I woke up that day, had no intentions of ever quitting my job. And basically it was just, a lot of fires you're always putting out in the elevator industry. At the end of the day, I called up my general manager, Mike Bowles, and I was like, hey, Mike, I'm putting my 2 weeks in. I'm done. And I wound up doing it. The next day, I was like, what did I do? And then since then, it's just been kind of a crazy, exciting, awesome flow for the last, do that in full-time real estate agent. Now we're getting a little bit more involved on the investing side, which I love. It's a little bit more on the numbers end. We're doing a lot of business out of state right now, Memphis, Tennessee.
Nice.
I'm actually flying out there tomorrow morning. I got an 8:30 flight, and I'm coming for 2 days or so.
Flying
and,
out there tomorrow morning. He's got a
flying
showing
to
right after
Memphis,
this.
Tennessee. It's a busy world
It doesn't
over
stop,
here.
bro. It doesn't stop.
But it's been honestly, man, it's been the greatest thing I've ever done for myself. I have full autonomy for what I want to do, and it gives me time to do all the fun shit, the movie stuff, just doing little stuff like this, and it's great, man. It's I haven't looked back. I'll tell you that.
I love that, man. Like, no joke, you're an inspiration, to a lot of people.
I
To see
appreciate it.
someone have the courage to make the jump like that, and then to go out there and put yourself all over social media, doing all these crazy, Cinco de
Gimmicks.
Mayo, gimmicks to get the sales, and now you're on the investing side. You just crush it with the short film.
Which I didn't know you were too. I mean, first of all, me and Mario had a couple conversations about coming into real estate on the agent side, and I'm so happy you didn't, man, because the ride that you guys are on right now is incredible. You would have been great, on that side, but I'm
I
happy that
appreciate all, we had many combos when I decided to leave the corporate world myself. I was looking to find, my place again, and again, it didn't work out with the real estate sales, but I got into investing, and I appreciate all the advice you gave
Mississippi, baby.
me. Yeah, I'm down in Mississippi.
We gotta
not
talk more
Memphis.
about that, man. I know you're out there. That's you could, it's 2 hours away from Memphis. You can take a flight with me tomorrow.
That's it. I'm out.
Yeah.
So, what are you seeing in the real estate world right now? I know, like, the average, I looked today, the average mortgage interest rate was a little over 7.5. That's the U.S. average.
It's disgusting. It's nuts.
When is that coming down?
Well, first of all, the market is incredibly unhealthy right now. Like, as a buyer coming in, I feel so bad for first-time home buyers that I'm working with. I mean, your friends, my friends, anybody who doesn't have a home who's out there, it's just extremely unaffordable to buy something, especially on Long Island. There's no inventory out there whatsoever. And the reason being is that everybody, refinanced back a couple of years ago, and they have 2, 3, 4% interest rates. So now, let's say if those move-up buyers who bought these homes back then and they want to get into a larger home, they're not going to sell it because they're leaving their 3% interest rate to go to a 7.5%. So they're just kind of staying put, and that inventory is not coming onto the market right now. I mean, you have, first-time home buyers, if you're buying a $600,000 house in Levittown, which is like a 3-bedroom shack now, that mortgage payment's $5,200 a month if you're putting 10% down. And just, I feel for that. To be honest, like, I don't know. I think we're going to stay pretty stagnant for the next couple of years. The economy is still doing well for the most part. The jobs report's coming out good. So, they're only going to lower interest rates when the economy is bad, like we saw during the pandemic and everything. We have a lot of variables. We got a couple wars going on. We got an election coming on in November. So there's a lot of different,
one of those years.
circumstances that could occur. But I think in the Long Island particular market is that it's going to continue to stay like this for the next couple of years. I don't see it going that much higher just because you can't sustain these prices.
Right.
It's not, again, it's
Well,
not
I
healthy.
feel like that's what they've been saying since 2021. You can't sustain these prices, and it's just like,
Yes.
when are they leaving? The prices are where they're
But
at.
there's going to be a point where, again, like, buyers who just can't make that mortgage payment. Like, you got a young couple making $150,000 a year, and then they're paying a $5,000 mortgage payment. Then they have utilities. Then they have their car insurance. They have their phone bill. God forbid they want to have a kid. They want to go on vacation. They want to just have like life. You can't sustain any of that stuff. You can't save for retirement. So it's just, there's got to be a point where they'll be like, I'm just going to rent, or I'm going to leave Long Island and I'm going to go somewhere more affordable.
Right. Speaking of car insurance, I feel like my car insurance has only skyrocketed the last 2 years. I don't know what's up with that.
Geico is usually one of the most cost effective on the island, but I'm nearing $300 a month right now on my Jeep. It's
State
crazy.
Farm, you got to help me out, man. Killing me.
State Farm.
But so these first-time home buyers, they're struggling. Are there any programs that maybe the viewers or us that aren't aware of that maybe
There are. There's something that actually my little sister, we found her an off-market deal out in Plainview, and she's utilizing a program called the 203K program. So basically this is a construction loan. So you can go out and you can buy, let's say, the worst home in Levittown, in the best area, like a distressed home, and you're able to actually bring in a HUD consultant, bring in your general contractor, and you can roll in, let's say if it's a 3-bedroom home, you can roll in kitchen, bathroom, flooring, paint, do a full-on renovation, and instead of putting 5% down and then having to pay $100,000 out of pocket, you can finance that over 30 years. So now this is becoming a lot more popular because these buyers who want to get into maybe better neighborhoods or so, but they can't afford it anymore, this gives them the opportunity to roll that in over 30 years and get them the house that they want in the area that they want. And it's something that not a lot of buyers know about. So a lot of lenders are now lenders never used to do this just because it was very convoluted. There's a lot of paperwork involved in it. But now lenders are saying, hey, I need to now offer this loan product just because there's buyers need this because they can't afford anything else. So 203K loans, construction loans, home style loans, they're all kind of in the same path. This is something that if you are a first time home buyer, and you don't maybe have $200,000 in the bank that, not a lot of people do to be able to renovate your home, it's a great way to go about kind of finding the house that you want in the area that you want.
That's awesome. 203K.
203K,
loans.
yep. That's
awesome. Yeah, I mean, not to sound like the bad guy, but the mortgage officers, I'm sure it's not so much that they cared about the people and getting
Well,
loans.
they just want to get
weren't
deal
getting enough
closed.
deals, so
Yes,
they
and
got to
they're
come up with another way to close those deals.
Well, listen, they need to, and it's needed for the market. And frankly, I think it's great. It just offers a lot more opportunities for some of these buyers to be able to actually find homes and work these into it instead of just, living and then deal with you want a kitchen with countertops and cabinets like this from, 1998 or so.
Hey, leave Grandma's garage alone, all right?
Grandma, you hear that?
When you need to sell, Grandma, give me a call.
I'm taking this shit.
Yeah, I want to move away from the technical side of things on the real estate side. In your professional opinion, other than a nice, fresh, hot pizza pie, what is the best home stroke of my mouth? What is the best? what is the best housewarming gift?
Oh, housewarming gift. So let's see. I usually, wherever a buyer buys, let's say if it's Lindenhurst, Babylon, Massapequa, I'll go around to like 5 or 6 different restaurants and I'll get them a $25 card to everywhere because you're new to a community. I usually go like Amazon, I'll get Home Depot, like Target, I'll get like $25 each of that, and then I'll get like $25 to 3 restaurants or 3 bars in the area. Just because you're new to it, you want to go bounce around. So that's kind of been my go-to on the buyer side.
I love that.
On a seller, I'll usually get just like a nice handwritten picture of there's this great artist that I work with, and she'll do a full portrait of their house. They'll put the address on it, and I get that framed. And I'll give that with a bottle of wine or something like that. But that's usually on the buy side. It's nice because you want to explore your new community.
For sure.
So people usually like that.
Shout out that artist. Who's the artist?
Claudia is her name. She's actually retired, I think, NYPD. And she is awesome. She does great work. So any real estate agents out there who are looking to get something for their sellers, I don't know her. I don't think she's on Instagram or so, but she does great work. Reach
Hit
out
up
to me.
Zappalla.
Yes, I'll pass it along. Imagine I didn't know her name and I was just like, fucking Mario, yeah, great artist.
We can cut this. All right.
So I just want to go back real quick to the film. I know we're running out of time over here, but
sure.
the short is considered a rom-com.
Yes.
And I was looking through
To
today.
my heart, man.
I was looking through today because I'm like, man, I don't know if I know many rom-coms. So I wanted to ask what you think the best rom-com is. But before you answer, I did look through some stuff today. Did you know the 40-Year-Old Virgin is considered a rom-com? It's on every list.
Really?
Like every list,
I can
and
see it.
surprisingly, it's like not in the top 10 of any of the lists either.
It is. It's got that little storyline in it. Obviously, it's more of a comedy, in my opinion, but it's got that kind of. To me, a rom-com has that 50-50 portion. It's more of the romance, the more of the drama part of it. I mean, that's a classic movie. That was like one of the first movies that came out. Was just laugh out loud.
Oh, dude!
Like, it came out right around like what Superbad.
It was that Superbad. Like
yes.
there was a couple of them, like Step Brothers.
Yes.
Like all of them came out right after one another.
Who's that director? I think he's from Long Island. That director too. Judd Apatow.
Is it Judd
He
Apatow?
is from Long Island.
He is from Long Island,
yes. So my favorite rom-com of all time is When Harry Met Sally. Have either of you guys seen that?
Yep, I have.
It's
I haven't seen it in a while, but I have
Billy
seen
Crystal, Meg Ryan.
Yep, Billy Crystal.
It came out in 1989, and it's still so topical today. Just the whole storyline. It's also like Rob Reiner, I believe, is Carl Reiner or Rob Reiner is the director of it, and just like all his dialogue was just incredible in the movie. Where it's just you can watch it today and everything still hits on it, and it's literally my favorite movie of all time. That actually was one of the inspirations for Statistical Probabilities.
Was Statistical Probabilities loosely based on your life? Because I did notice some little drops here and there, and I was like, this motherfucker's talking about himself here.
It wasn't intended to be that way. Just like as you start writing, and all of a sudden, this character happens to be in real estate. But it just kind of came out that way. So it wasn't the intention, but it kind of is
Handsome
a little
Italian.
Italian, 5'7" Italian guy, hasn't found love yet in life.
Luke is his middle name.
Don't worry, we're only a few years behind you.
Right, now for the finale.
Let's hear it.
One historical figure that you could sit down to dinner with, ask any questions to that they have to answer, dead or alive. Who would it be?
Got it. Okay. It's the other shirt that I almost wore today was Abe Lincoln, and it actually says Ford's Theater underneath it, and it says 1 star, and it says 1 star, definitely would not recommend. Do you get the reference, man?
Yes, I get it.
Just making sure. I almost wore that down. I was a history major in Albany. I minored in film. I was a history major. My nickname in the group chat with friends is Abe Froman. So, I have a connection from Ferris Bueller's Day Off, the Sausage King of Chicago. So Abe Lincoln would just be a cool freaking figure to sit down with. maybe Genghis Khan to find out how many women he actually did sleep with.
how
If
many
anybody
kids you
knows, we
got?
need to now Google this. Can we search a little bit? I want to
Genghis
say it
Khan.
was close to 10,000
telling you.
children that he had fathered.
That man is the reason that everyone on 23andMe comes back with that
Yeah.
Balkan region.
Baltic, one of the other.
Balkan.
Sitting on Baltic with crack, Grandma. Dane Cook.
Well, that's as far as Genghis Khan made it, right? He never made it into Europe,
I don't
right?
know.
So
Your history major,
I
bro.
should know, yeah. I knew you were gonna say that. I was waiting for that. I don't know where he made. Where? Oh, I guess I think he's from Mongolia.
Yeah, the Mongolian
yes,
Empire.
That's Asia,
area,
Asia,
yeah.
and then I don't think he made it into the European continent.
Shows how good of a school Albany is, huh?
Yeah, not very good. 2.12 was my senior year GPA. Not great. Sorry, Mom. Love you.
Before we sign off, I do want to shout out. I'm rocking my
Funny graphic tee.
my funny graphic tee. I got a Stumbling Down History Road. Check them out. They're on Instagram. They're on YouTube. Great guys. All about history.
Yeah,
So
history-
major.
history
you gotta
movies.
check them out. All
For
right.
sure. Stumbling down history road. I like
And-
the color.
Yeah, no, great color. The purple mix. I love it.
Yeah, they didn't have a fucking 2X. Why does nobody make 2X shirts anymore? I earned this.
I think.
Everyone stops at XL.
Get out of here.
Yeah?
You'd be an XL guy.
Nah, 2X.
What do you weigh?
Like 230, 235. Yeah.
All right. I guess some shirts run a little bit larger.
called success,
smaller.
Steve.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Can't gain weight myself. I mean, it's
the only-
creatine is what I'm going to start taking.
The
That's
only,
what
the only
we
reason why
established
the only reason why I'm chunky is every time I bang Maria's mom, she makes me a sandwich.
Zing! And with that,
Sign us off, kid.
We're the Oven Podcast. Don't forget, share the show, subscribe, and don't forget we're also on Apple Podcasts. We're on Spotify. We're always telling you guys subscribe on YouTube, but you can always just listen. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Franco, hit him.
And like Mario used to say, and don't forget, there's always an open seat for you at the oven.
Keep it cooking in the oven. The oven.